what do we need for tomorrow morning?
Usual stuff. I mean, passport. Yeah. We don't need any visa applications at the border.
For the motorbike. Oh, what did you say? We need a permit for the motorbike?
Yeah, with a temporary import permit.
Okay. Anything else I need to know?
No, it should be straightforward. Insurance, we get it, after the border. Apparently there is just a shop next to it.
So we don't need to have it to cross the border?
No, it's not compulsory, so...
Okay. 7 weeks in Greece, 2 months in Turkey, 6 weeks in Georgia. Where to go next? Well, to the south of Georgia sits Armenia, a country that neither of us had visited. It looked like the perfect place to spend a few more weeks while planning the next stage of our adventure.
What do you know of Armenia?
About Armenia?
Yeah.
System of a Down. Yeah, do you remember the band?
Yeah.
Why? What do you know about him?
Well, I have a friend from Armenia in London.
Ah, Christine.
Yeah, Christine.
Yes, I remember her.
And Mkhitaryan. Do you know Mkhitaryan?
No.
He's a football player, playing for Inter Milan. It's quite famous.
Is he good?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. So Armenians are good at football?
Well, they're okay-ish. But they got some good players around.
Uh-huh. So we know about a football player, rock band from the past.
Yeah.
What else do we know?
I think we should study a bit more.
Yeah. Armenia interesting facts.
Population of 3 millions, similar to Jamaica and Albania. They are a landlocked country with no direct access to the sea. The size is actually slightly smaller than Belgium. It's pretty tiny and the smallest of the 3 Caucasian countries. Half of the area is above 2,000 meters elevation, not really for the people who suffer from altitude sickness. In 2022, GDP growth has been 12%, fueled by consumption and exceptional influx of migrants from Russia.
We spent 3 weeks in this tiny country and fell in love with it. In this 3-part series on Armenia, we want to share our experience there, the beautiful places we visited, the wonderful people we met, but also some of the things we learned about its troubled history and challenging present. Some of the things we saw and learned about were really sad and difficult to process. At the same time powerful and eye-opening. For us, traveling is not only about seeing beautiful places and having fun. It is also about learning the history and culture of countries. We felt that our visit in Armenia has been truly enriching. As soon as we crossed the border into Armenia, it felt like we had suddenly traveled back in time. Everything from roads, buildings, shops, infrastructure seemed to be, 50 or 60 years old. Sometimes I felt we were back in the Soviet era, actually. For us, it was really a fun and fascinating experience.
something else we noticed was that there were not many tourists around, and especially in the east side of the country. Talking with locals, we soon realized that one of the reasons why towns and infrastructures have not developed much in the past years, and also tourism declined quite dramatically, is that Armenia has been and is currently at war. The origin of the conflict is the disputed region of Nagorno-Karabakh, which is predominantly inhabited by ethnic Armenians, but is internationally recognized as part of Azerbaijan since Soviet times. The dispute between Armenia and Azerbaijan has been ongoing since 1988, and still today there are active war-related crimes. While we were in Armenia, we felt the situation got actually pretty tense, and the conflict was all over the news. When we went to Gori to visit the cave villages and the Tatev monastery, we were actually pretty close to the border with Azerbaijan. We saw the army around and also some international organizations like European Union, the Red Cross and United Nations. But actually we haven't felt in danger at all.
Azerbaijan is not the only country Armenia has a difficult relationship with. Turkey is another such country. We're actually quite close to the border with Turkey, and we'll eventually have to go back to Turkey, but we can't cross the border here and go directly there. We'll have to go back through Georgia. And this is because the border between Armenia and Turkey has been closed since 1993. Many factors contribute to the difficult relationship between Armenia and Turkey. First of all, Armenians are not happy that many of the territories which were once part of Armenia are now within the Turkish borders. And this includes the much-loved Mount Ararat, which can be seen pretty much from anywhere in Armenia, but Armenians can't actually access it. And also the medieval city of Ani, which is really important for Armenians. But the most severe accusation made by Armenia against Turkey is the killing of up to 1.5 million Armenians between 1915 and 1920. While in Yerevan, we visited the Armenian Genocide Memorial Complex to learn more about this tragic event. And we're about to visit the Armenian Genocide Memorial Complex.
This complex is very important for the Armenian society, and it commemorates the killing of many Armenians at the beginning of the 20th century by the Turks. They call it genocide, like 34 other countries in the world recognize the word genocide for this sad event. Many others don't, so it's a very sensitive issue, but regardless, it's a very sad moment of history. Armenians declare 1.5 million people were killed. So this is a place of pilgrimage for Armenians since the 1967, the time when this complex was actually built.
It's not going to be a fun visit for sure, but I think it's an important place to visit, and I think anyone who comes to Armenia should go and see the memorial, learn a bit more about what happened. I mean, we all know about the genocide of Jewish during the Second World War, but I don't know how many people know about what happened to Armenians.
Here 12 slabs representing the 12 provinces that Armenia lost to Turkey. Here the eternal flame of 1.5 meter, commemorating the 1.5 million Armenians that are believed to have been killed. Overall, it's not an easy situation for Armenia and Armenians. We truly wish Armenians a happier future, and have seen things have started already to improve. While in towns and villages around the country, we have noticed buildings being rebuilt, roads being improved, and the same for other infrastructures. Many of these upgrades seem to be funded by European Union, United Nations, and other organizations, like in the town of Goris. Hopefully, this will improve the life of Armenians and will bring back tourists to this beautiful and friendly country.
Let me show you the Armenian alphabet, or the 39 letters that comprise it. Today we are at the Armenian Alphabet Monument, which was built in 2005 to commemorate the person who invented the Armenian alphabet, whose name I'm not even going to try to pronounce because I really have no idea how to do that. He invented the alphabet in 405 AD, and he became a saint for it. This is because, thanks to the alphabet, for the first time Armenians were able to read and understand the Bible, and religion is very important in Armenia, so there was a massive achievement. The Armenian alphabet nowadays includes 39 letters. He created the first 36, and then 3 more letters were added to the alphabet. The monument was built to celebrate the 1600th birthday of the Armenian alphabet. Doesn't this remind you of anything we've seen already?
Yeah, the heads in Georgia, clearly.
The giant heads in
the
snow.
Military road, yeah. I mean, that one was more impressive.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Though it's still fun to see it. It's nice.
Yeah, it's quite pretty.
It's quite pretty, yeah. Thanks for watching. In part 2 of our 3-part series on Armenia, we will show you what we like the most of this super interesting country. Get ready for super friendly people, beautiful nature, and imposing monasteries.